Alright guys, so you see the way we set up boas in my house. You've seen how I take care of them just as a personal pet owner. If you guys want to get a little more serious, once you get some more animals, we're going to show you Jay's snake room. So we're going to go in there, we're going to show you the way he keeps it, how he sets humidity, how he sets temperatures, how he does the whole kit and caboodle. So let's go check it out, and hopefully you guys learn something.
Hey, welcome to the snake room. Let me show you what we got going on. Okay guys, let me show you how I set up my boa room. It's what works for us, and I want to show you how I do it. So I got a 1500 watt oil heater here. This is what I use to heat the room. We run this thing back to my room controller, which is our Herpstat HP. Works great. Right now we got it at 80 degrees during the day for breeding season. I drop it down to about 75 at night. And then control the humidity off of a humidistat. During the winter months, we keep it a little bit lower on humidity. Right now it's only at 34%. Right now I have it bouncing back and forth between 35 and 45% depending on the time of day. What this humidistat does is it's going to control my humidifier. Right here is our humidifier. It's nothing more than a box that we basically modified to put humidity in the room. When we get the humidity up, I like to have a fan here that blows it around. We're going to take it from the bottom of the room, we're going to move it around. It keeps you from having stagnant air, because you never want your air up here to be 100 degrees and your air down here to be 70 degrees and it to be 80 in the middle. The fan blowing up is going to keep it circulating, keep you at an even 80 degrees no matter where your tank is. I also have one of these guys here. It is a Hepa filter. It's going to clean the air, make sure that I have clean air flowing to it. My room don't smell. It's great. I like the fact that my room doesn't smell, and a lot of it has to do with the Hepa filter and how often I clean everything. One other trick that I learned is I put in one of these Hydrologic reverse osmosis filters. Now I don't want to use that to fill up my water dishes because it actually strips everything out of the water. The reason I have that in here is I fill up my humidifier with it. It keeps it from having scale build up on the walls. When I first put the humidifier in and was just filling up with normal city water, I was having problems with white scale buildup. I was getting whatever, just calcium and chlorine or whatever is in city water was building up on the walls. So I run it through the reverse osmosis filter, put it into the humidifier, and I no longer have that problem. Everything stays clean. I have one of my favorite things around, and it's a Freedom Breeder rack. It's a 4 foot by 2 foot. It runs on drawer slides. It's easy to set up, easy to maintain. It has a heat pad on this side, which I run off of a Herpstat. I keep it at 91 to 92 degrees depending on which tank you pull out. That's going to be your hot spot for your boas. Super easy to clean, super easy to work with your snakes on. It's easier to get them out than to say to go in the front. Like a cage like this over here, I have to go in through the front to clean it. I'm ducking, I'm sliding in there. This one pulls right out, super easy to clean, really efficient, great cages. I highly recommend them if you have a snake room or if you plan on breeding. I have some of my baby rack systems. I have way more of these to hold a lot more babies. That's all I have in the snake room right now because I don't have any fresh babies. Over here I got the Freedom Breeder FB70 rack. These things carry the CB70 tubs. These things are also super easy to clean. They pull out. You can take the whole tub out, move it all around. If you need to get it out, you can go stick it in your wash tub. It's awesome. They have little cups to hold your water bowl in them. Works great, makes it real efficient, real easy to take care of. The whole, dwarf boas, the whole full-grown ball pythons, the whole spotted pythons, the whole, just about any of your average 5-foot snake or so, they work pretty good for it. They're bigger than they look. So if you look behind these tubs, you're going to see a 5-inch heat strip. Back there is what produces the hot spot. So remember, it's 80 degrees in the room, but I keep a 92 hot spot for my boas. Now this, the same thing as the rooms. I run them on Herpstats. These Herpstats are great. Super functional. They have a lot of different settings on them, so I can run day-night settings. They're dimming and they're proportional, which is big. Proportional thermostat is going to adjust how many watts that it puts in to the heat mat to try to maintain the temperature as best as possible. Right now you can see it's running at 63% on my bottom racks and 53% on Bertha's cage. If you notice too, it says 107 degrees on Bertha's cage. Her cage is not 107.6 degrees, but it is made out of this thick PVC. So in order for that heat mat to heat that up to 92 degrees, I have this set at 107. Another thing that's very useful about having big plastic racks and slides, it's real easy to clean. You get yourself a paint scraper, scrape them out, spray them with some F10, let it sit for 10 minutes, wipe them down, they're ready for new bedding, ready to go. This whole room's been insulated, that way it holds heat. You know, everything in here is insulated in, it holds heat, saves me time and money. We are in a Michigan basement, so in the winter, outside of this room, it's 55, 60 degrees in my basement. In the summer, when it's 90 degrees outside, it's 65 degrees in my basement. So this insulation's real nice. It keeps all the heat in, it keeps my heat bill down, and it makes it last a lot longer. The heat doesn't just dissipate, it keeps it in the room, keeps it a more even temperature. And if you look over in the corner of the room right here, we actually have a vent to vent out air, and in the summer if it's getting too hot down there, which doesn't happen very often, we could put a cheap $20 duct fan here and wire it to a thermostat, and it'll actually take the heat out of the room. This was a good idea, especially if you're in a warmer climate, like if you're down in Florida or Texas or Arizona or something, and your room is actually getting too hot, it's very easy to control the temperature there. So in our breeder tanks, I like to use this cocoa husk or cocoa fiber, whatever you want to call it. The reason behind that is it's really absorbent. It allows me to spot clean. I don't have to pull the snakes out to clean the little area that they peed in. Normally I would keep them on something like this, which is just like a newspaper type material. It's absorbent enough, but every time they use the bathroom you got to pull the snake out, you got to clean the whole thing, which is nice. It keeps them nice and clean. But I try not to disturb my female snakes during the breeding. I like to leave them alone. I like to let them do their thing. And it's going to give us a better breeding cycle. Now the cocoa husk, you're at the pet store, you're probably going to pay about $25 for a brick. A brick's going to fill up just about that whole rack over there, at least half the rack. It works pretty good. On the opposite hand, this stuff right here is like 30 bucks for a roll. You can order it on Amazon, and I've had this for about a year now, and it's probably not even half gone. It works great, it's absorbent enough, and it keeps everything nice and clean. So in my room, I also like to keep a table. This is a medical grade stainless steel table. Don't ask why I have it. I don't think you need something that over redundant. What it allows me to do is it allows me to have somewhere to work, to clean. I have these things that I need to clean. So let's say I mix up some F10. I always have a bottle of F10 around. F10 SC, highly suggest it, works great. It's a veterinary disinfectant cleaner. Mix it into a gallon jug. I take that gallon jug, I put it in a spray bottle. I take that spray bottle, spray down whatever I need to clean. Wait 10 minutes. It will kill just about anything 99. But let's see what it says. It doesn't. It kills many things. So we're going to put that there. We'll wipe it out, get it all nice and clean. It's always good to have somewhere to work, somewhere to clean, somewhere to set up tubs, clean tubs. If you need to lay a snake out for whatever reason, you know, you have somewhere to do that. I highly suggest having one of these in your room. I guess the only thing else that I haven't talked about is a trash can. If you don't have a trash can, maybe a step ladder to get into the higher spots, you're probably missing out there. Between all my snakes, between handling, if I pick up one snake, I know they're all healthy, but just in case, it's a good practice to get into. I like to wash myself down with some hand sanitizer. Also cleaning snakes when you're into any kind of mess they make, you're going to want to use some hand sanitizer to clean yourself off. Other than that, I just keep little things around here that I use just to help maintain the room, like a screwdriver, some scissors, just stuff to help maintain the room. That's all. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, look for Scaletopia. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Please come out, visit us, smash that like button. Oh, that might be copyrighted. Is that copyrighted, Brian? Don't smash that like button. Press it gently. But come over, gently press that like button, and subscribe to us for more videos. We'll try to keep you in the loop on what we're doing here at Scaletopia. Thanks for watching. You can edit a lot of that down because it was mostly drivel.